Wish is out. What's the verdict after an hour to reflect? It's bad. I cannot save it. I don't know who wants to save it or salvage it, but the movie is not good. They botched the one thing that everybody wanted to see how they did, which was the music, and the music was terrible. It was boring, no life, no soul, did not add anything to the story, in my opinion, except a little tiny smidge of character. But in the cost of making the movie feel like it's halting every single moment, it's not worth it. Not only that, it felt that they kind of just drove headfirst into making all the Easter eggs, which is cool if you like the Easter eggs, but you just completely threw the rest of the movie under the bus. The beginning of the film is nice. It feels like a movie, like a nice little Disney homage movie. But after the beginning song and the introduction of the cast, that's where it stops for me. Am I the only one? We see the whole cast following the story, and it just stops. There's no character growth after that except for Asha and the king, and everybody gets like a minute or two, but there's nothing to grow into it except haha funny goats talking or the star is derpy
Talking, I am talking. Ha! Who knew my voice would be this low?
or characters are all weird. But that's it. There's no love into it. There's nothing to flesh them out a little bit, except for one of the characters who ends up being not so cool at the end, which I won't spoil that much. And it's such a letdown. This is supposed to be the name of Disney. Instead, we got a completely boring, mediocre film that took what Disney is known for, classical story and music, destroyed it. It was terrible music that after the first few songs, you would completely tune out. Characters that you don't care about, but yet there's a handful of them. You only care about one or maybe two, which for me was the king. He got a nice little story with his backlog and kingdom and like, family laws, and that's it. Asha didn't get enough for me, and when she did, it was so late in the film, I didn't care for her anymore. I cared more for the king and how he ended up. But no, instead we get a whole full-fledged roster of characters which we don't care about. We don't care about the queen. We don't care about the grandpa, the mom, the dad, let alone the comedic relief, the goat and star. They're just bad. I don't know what else to say. I did not laugh. And I went with the family member and they told me the same thing. Hey, you didn't laugh. And I had to think and reflect on my life. I laughed in Strange World, but I didn't laugh in Wish. What is going on, Disney? And you just released Elemental, which it's not a musical, it's a rom-com. But that was still a pretty decent little film. And then you release Wish with me having a little bit of expectation, coming in, and you just completely throw it in the trash. What happened? I think they played it too safe. Nothing felt extra for it or something to go, oh, this is spicy. But the opposite happened is everything was super tame, super safe. It was nothing. I don't know what else to explain it. Oh man, it's soulless. It's like they took the Waiting Hut Jr. and put duct tape and pillows and cotton all over it to make it super safe, and now it's just boring. Just flat out boring. Which is, again, this is Disney's homage to the past. The music is supposed to be important. It's probably the worst part about it because, again, I ended up tuning out almost everything. I only liked 2 songs, which were King related, and I cared for nobody in the film. There was no touching moments. The soundtrack was okay, but nothing was feely. Nothing felt of substance. I don't know if they just looked at the film and said, let's make this a film about all the Easter eggs. Cool. But then they forgot about the movie. This is terrible for me. I don't know. I don't know what the idea was. I really don't. I'm trying to figure it out, but the more I think about it, the more I think they just completely went the 100% safe route, put the Easter eggs, put the memo berries, and people will eat it up. Instead, I think it might have a nice little jump at the beginning, but as soon as people realize that it's literally a boring film and the best character is the king, they're just not gonna go back and watch it. There's not gonna... The theater I was in, by the way, there were kids who laughed. Everybody above a toddler never laughed. I heard it with one chuckle. I'm a robot who loves the laughing. I laugh at dumb jokes. Again, I laughed in Strange World, for crying out loud, which is one of the worst movies in the world. But even that got me to laugh twice. I don't know what to say. I wish I could maybe tell you that the Easter eggs are cool. Some of them were nice. The scenery there's a lot of homage to the classics with that if you want to look into that. But the fact that that was a goal, I guess, but they just forgot that a movie was supposed to be there. I don't know, man. This is just terrible. If you really want to see the film, I guess you can watch it and see how you think about it and let me know down below. But if you don't want to see this film, and I'm not saying to go online, but you just wait for Disney Plus and then watch it then. When I went to go watch it, the tickets were already on discount. They were 25% off. I don't know, maybe they want to make it look pretty opening weekend. But man, this is a film. The only good thing I can really say is the animation is very nice, but the cell shading and background painting is kind of a staple now because of Spider-Verse. So it's not as impressive. And that's really it, aside the dreams being used the way they were. That was a cool idea. Again, that doesn't save this film. Yeah, let me know what you think. I'll see you.